I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and over the past couple of weeks, the boys and I went to so many different shops looking for shoes for them to wear to the wedding. And if I was going to drive to the thrift shop and spend time there, I was going to look at the other fun things that weren't shoes. These brown bottles with the corks looked like they would have been a lot of fun for embellishing with Halloween labels and ribbons, but at $1.99 each, I think I could have almost bought them new for that price. So I moved on down the shelf. It is driving me nuts that I can't see what the label on that ball jar is. This one caught my attention, and I was wondering what was going on in the scene. I tipped it over, hoping there was a label or something on the bottom. There wasn't. So I tried to imagine what this couple might have been doing, and it had a very Norman Rockwell feel to it. So I Googled Norman Rockwell and marriage license, and that's exactly what it is. Now, I don't know. It's very possible that I had at some point in the past seen that painting and its name and just forgotten it. There are some Alaska souvenirs and all the fun bric-a-brac. I think that's a chicken, a cow, some pretty painted ceramics. I just love anything with someone sharing a book with a child. Those always catch my eye. And there was a ceramic piece pretending to be a mason jar. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just want the mason jar. Maybe I'm just no fun. And these shoes I fell in love with. I don't know if these were made to be decor. It really looked to me with all the detail like they were a pair of real baby shoes that had been preserved. I adored those. Don't need them. That's my whole mantra as I go through the thrift shops is I don't really need this. But it's fun to look. And a lot of the time looking is enough. This piece had all kinds of detail, and it was like a solid piece of clay. It weighed an absolute ton. I'm wondering if that was someone's original sculpture. And there's a fish shaped, or a candle shaped like a fish that just, I don't know why. You couldn't burn it, so why have candles that you can't burn? And the shelf sitter puppy was just a little bit creepy. I guess I'm not a fan of those. I like the clock. Anything with little miniature houses, especially with those diamond paned windows, is going to catch my attention. Bears, farm boys, a really ugly owl. Do we need to specially save up for the Walmart trip? That's not something I would think needed a savings jar. Here is another sculpture, and I am sure that that is by the same person who did the first one. I wish in hindsight I'd had a little more time to spend to see if there were any more examples of work by that same person. Lots of pretty porcelain. Now, I hope that whoever did those sculptures has lots more examples of their work still in their possession. Not that it is any of my business at all. I love this urn. I have no place in my life for an intricate porcelain urn, and it was on a shelf over my head, so I did not even take it down for a closer look. The fun is in the looking, and once in a blue moon, I will find the thing that absolutely does have to come home and be part of my life. There's another interesting, I don't know what you would call that thing. Is it a decanter? It's a thing. And that looks like Peter Pan from this angle. In the store, it was a woman with a kerchief covering her hair. This knitting loom made such ambitious projects that you would be making professional quality knitting stitches. Amazing, never available before. Scarves for mom, dad, brother, and sis. Where is it? Even stitches from the very first minute, and so simple that even a 6-year-old could do professional knitting. I think that this packaging overpromises what the loom inside can actually deliver. I saved some other stitches this week, but even for a quarter, I couldn't quite convince myself that I needed a San Francisco streetcar. Have you bought stitching that's framed like that and taken it out of the frame to repurpose into other things? I thought about it, but I just wasn't excited enough about the car to bring it home. And give me a minute to get around the corner. There are more fish bowls. I don't know why I am drawn to the fish bowls. It's not like I'm planning on bringing a fish into the house. Doll cradles are always going to draw my attention, even though I don't need one. I have a full-size baby cradle in the sewing room that was my oldest son's briefly, and I think Quinn used it too. Like the stool, did not like that latch hook cover on it, and this caught my attention just as my son was across the room gasping at something else. I thought at first that it was doll furniture. Well, at very first I thought it was one of those old metal wooden toy cook stoves. Now that I look at it again, I'm thinking maybe it was a planter. Whatever it was neat. This shop is different. And here is what my son found. When he gets his own place, I swear he is going to have the heaviest furniture humanly possible. And we don't know what he would put in that big curved niche, but he says he'd find something. These old record players are always going to draw me across the room. You could just smell the cigarette smoke radiating off of this. It was so dusty inside. But I don't know why these capture my imagination. And I opened the other side to see what was in there and saw the Magnacolor label and started to wonder if those front panels were going to slide open. And yes, they did. I can't imagine that this was still in work. Actually, I can't imagine this was still in working condition, but I can't have one of these. As neat as I think it would be to have one, I can't. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle. I'll be back